tissue, not organs.
Hey Camden, thank you so much for joining me back at it in my garage, but we're not talking about that type of tissue. We're talking about tissue in our body, a group of cells that help us to bend, move, jump. They give us mobility. They help us do the things that we love to do. Did you know that one donor can save and heal up to 83 lives? That's 8 lives through organ donation and 75 others because of tissue. Tissue can be used in so many different ways for transplantation. Camden, do you know anything about tissue?
Yes, in between two bones there's tissue so the bones don't rub against each other.
Yes, that's exactly right. In fact, I have a spine model right here. And between the spine, between each vertebrae, we have cartilage. Cartilage is a type of tissue, but some people start to get back pain. Sometimes they have a herniated or a slipped disc, and that causes severe back pain. But guess what doctors can do? They can use a bone graft, which is a type of tissue, and they can insert that bone graft between the spine, and it will fuse back together, and it'll help heal that person. That bone tissue can come from a donor. Also, some other types of tissue that I want to talk about today, the corneas. I'm not here to talk about the eyeball. I'm here to talk about this outside lens called a cornea. It is transparent. It almost looks like a contact. It covers the iris. There is no color to it. We're going to learn all about the corneas next week, but I just want to talk to you about how it is a type of tissue that can help heal somebody's vision. Somebody who has a corneal blindness disease or has a severe infection or scratch to their cornea, they can receive a cornea transplant from a donor to help give them the gift of sight back. And finally, the last type of tissue I want to talk about this week that is so healing is ligaments and tendons. So this is an example of a knee model. A knee bends and moves. We have these bones, but what is helping us to bend and move? It's the tendons and ligaments. They are rubber band-like structures that give us mobility. In fact, guys, I tore this ligament in the back side of my knee. That is called the anterior crucial ligament. Do you know how I did it? I was playing basketball for so many years, and I stretched that ligament one time too far, and that ligament snapped. And I received donor tissue, and I was able to have a transplant in my left knee and had that ligament replaced. I ran a half marathon last year because of the ligament replacement. Now, again, I said tissue can help heal up to 75 people's lives. That is so many people, and that is because tissue can be utilized in so many ways. Bone that is used from the femur bone from a donor can be used in a crushing-like material for dental surgeries. It can be used, a small piece of bone can be used for a shoulder surgery. And then Camden has one of my tissue models here. They can even use tissue, that large piece of the bone, to replace where somebody who has had cancer instead of having to amputate that leg. Don't forget, we can also use heart valves. We can use veins. All of those things can help give somebody the gift of life, and skin grafts for a burn victim. So now let's move on to our home activity. What can you do at home? I'm going to have Camden step in front of the camera. She is first. Thing you're going to do is, Camden, I want you to move your arms and legs. So go ahead and move those arms up and down, up and down. And then I want you to stand on one leg, and I want you to move that up and down, and you can even switch legs if you want. What is giving you that mobility? What is allowing you to move like that? Those are your tendons and ligaments inside of your body. The next thing I want you to do is go and find, what do you got over there, Camden?
A rubber band.
A rubber band. And here's what I want you to do. I want you to stretch that rubber band ever so slightly, because if you stretch it too far, what will happen?
It snaps.
It snaps. So just like my injury in college from playing basketball and a lot more sports when I was growing up, I stretched that ligament too far and I needed a replacement. But because of a donor, somebody who decided that they would donate tissue, I was able to have my life healed and I was able to play another year of college basketball. That's the first home activity. The second thing you're going to do is you are going to find a handheld device. I want you to find a computer, anything with internet or an iPad or a phone. On that handheld device that has internet access, you are going to type in the words ligaments and tendons. And I want you to locate other ligaments and tendons in your body. In fact, I have one more here today. This is a model of an Achilles tendon. The Achilles tendon connects the ankle bone to the calf bone and allows me to jump and do the things that I like to do. So I want you to think about other tissue in your body. The challenge activity for this week is we have over 206 bones inside the adult body. We have so many bones. And I want you to also, on your handheld device or your computer or iPad, I want you to type in 206 bones. But before you hit go, I want you to see if you can name and point to any of the bones in your body. For instance, this long thigh bone, that bone is called the femur. And then Camden, do you know a name of a bone?
The skull.
Yes, the skull or the cranium is another type of bone. We also have the mandible, we have the radius, we have the ulna. Do you know where those bones are? Well, I certainly don't know all of my 206 bones, but what I do know is that a donor can help save up to 75 lives because of donation and transplantation. We hope you learned so much today. Thank you for joining us.
Bye.